Listen to the radio. Harry and Edna's Want to Show. You heard it from the Three Bells.
On ginger and dynamite to drink nothing else but that night. Oh, the banging in the sagging and we go to wagon. Boo, 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 boo. Fat back and turnip greens. Hot dogs and turnip greens. Oh, the sags, oh, the whack. Boot, 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 down the Fuji. I'm gonna get the mamas. Oh, satch them off, zoo, zoo, zoo. You get your mamas, then you get your mamas. Oh, the scoots got you, then spans to grass it. I jingle boys, nice folks. I'll tell you, treat it worth the price. You ought to go down Nagasaki. Ha ha, them cats are bugging. Oh, Sacky, oh, woody woo. Oh, the Spanish in the grassy, scoo-doodly batty. Oh, the Spanish gets one is old. Oh, the Sacky, oh, the wacky, oh, 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 oh. Swing it, you dog. Come on in there now. You mug inside your mouth. Get away from there.
Well, I know. What-oh, Harry. Let's do that again, shall we?
And...
What-oh, Edna.
No. You say what-oh, Harry.
Yeah.
And I say what-oh, Edna.
Okay.
If you listen to any of the previous shows...
I know, you'd think I'd know after how many years of doing this show.
If you listen to harryandedna.co.uk and listen to all the previous shows, you will hear how they are supposed to be introduced. Of course, you haven't been here for... how long is that?
Well, I know. See, I'm so out of practice.
Anyway, welcome to Harry and Edna on the Wireless. We're looking at a sneaky peek of all things that are wonderful and traditional and nostalgia-y here on the Wireless. I've created my own verb.
Okay.
But we have a special guest.
We do. We're having a very train-themed evening. Excuse me, this evening, and we have Stephen Sleight, Marston Vale Community Rail Partnership Officer.
What-oh, Stephen.
Very long grand title. Welcome to the show, Stephen.
Thank you. And this is actually quite a special and a first for us, because we've had preservation lines on, but this is proper
choo-choos.
Choo-choos, as in...
Not that preserved railways are not proper choo-choos, but this is a very... it's a modern working railway line.
A modern working railway line. So, talking of themed railway music, what's the track?
Well, we have a very themed show, and you'll see what the theme is running concurrently throughout the show. This is Steam Line Train, and I'm not sure I can give this chap his full title, because I'm not sure in this day and age it's quite correct to refer to his full title. But have a look on Google. His name is something Clarence Lofton.
What-o, Harry? What-o, Edna? That's how a professional does it.
No, but I have to say, what-ho, Harry. You don't get to say both lines.
I was going to mention about a certain award, but you made me promise after the last time that I'm not allowed to mention the fact that this is why we never run the award.
We just got to move on from that now. We've got to bury it now and learn from our mistakes and move on and try and get the show so it's spot on.
So, tell me, who was that chap?
It was Clarence Lofton.
Yeah, you'd need to Google, and then once you Google and find out his real name, you probably understand why we're a little bit reluctant to mention it. But things were different in the past, as is a V-disc. Now, a V-disc is a victory disc. These were music or discs that were recorded during the Second World War and sent out to Allied troops to raise morale, and they're all by the stars of the day. And our good friend Jeff in Charleston, USA, What-o Jeff, sent us a whole batch of these V-discs, and some of them are fairly obscure, and some of them are really quite contemporary, like this one. This is Benny Goodman and his V-disc quartet. You see, now, as they probably didn't get paid for this, because it was a act of,
It was you were doing your bit for
doing
the
your
war,
bit.
weren't you?
I see you left the orchestra behind and just brought 3 of his mates.
Yeah.
With him making it a quartet.
Maybe it just suited the track.
Which is...
Hallelujah! We seem to have got the record stuck, Harry. The 78 stuck. Do you, Thank you. Take the needle off the record. So there you are. Definitely a live 78 for you. We're here this evening talking all things trains to Stephen Sleight, Marston Vale Community Rail Partnership Officer for the Marston Vale Railway. Welcome to the show, Stephen.
Thank you. Good evening.
Do you mind just giving our listeners some of the background as to what is the Marston Vale Railway and where it is?
Sure. Marston Vale line is a lovely little line running between Bedford and Bletchley. It's 16 miles in length, and it's got 12 stations between Bedford and Bletchley. So it winds its way through some lovely rolling countryside between Bedford and Bletchley, and it's been open since 1846. It was actually the first railway line to be built in Bedfordshire before the main line came in from St Pancras to Bedford.
So it's not a heritage line, is it? It's an actual
It's an actual part of the National Rail network with trains run by London Midland. We have occasional steam charter trains, but they're arranged entirely independently, and our work is very much more to look after the passengers and to promote and develop the line, working very closely with the train operator, London Midland.
And it's a much smaller line, isn't it, than it used to be?
Yes.
It was cut.
It used to be this amazing 77-mile line between Oxford and Cambridge, and the two bits from Bletchley to Oxford and Bedford to Cambridge were both sadly closed back in the 1960s.
And that was because it was felt they just weren't viable?
It was just at that time, there was completely different thinking at that time. Railways weren't in fashion. People thought, how can we save money? And at that time it was felt they needed to close both of those sections. But fortunately, the bit we have now, the 16 miles, is still going and is very much flourishing.
And it really is used by everyday